been a hot summer for the stock market. Let's bring in Michelle Schneider, the Chief Market Strategist at Market Gauge. What do you think as we've now wrapped up July?
I defied every little bit of logic one could think of. The soft landing now on the table, inflation peaking on the table. Of course, I tend to look beyond what is the obvious. And I see oil rallying and I see gold rallying. And even though the grains may not necessarily be participating, we've got all this conversation about EV charging stations that came out over the last weekend. What raw materials are needed for that? How much manufacturing is going to go into that? The government spending. So I say this is awesome. And obviously no meeting in August, which will be a little bit helpful because the Fed will be relatively quiet. But, you have to wonder this wall of worry that we're climbing, how further it can go. And, I think the inflation can actually come back with a vengeance. I haven't not changed my mind on that at all.
I love that you mentioned EV stations. That has the potential to be a hot spot in the market. What are some of the names you like among electric vehicle charging stocks?
Well, it's funny that you should ask because I did a little research this week on ChatGPT about what type of raw materials and manufactured materials go into building EV stations. And it gave a really broad answer. I mean, besides copper, and some of those kinds of things. You have to think about the nuts, the bolts, the concrete, the signage. All these type of companies will benefit if this does indeed come to pass, which it looks like it's going to. So we're just starting to look at companies like one would be Eaton, for example, which is ETN. There was a couple of others, ABB. I'm not sure the name of the company, but the symbol I know is ABB. They have relatively underperformed the rest of the market. So I'm starting to keep an eye on those things to see what happens as more and more of these car companies start to join together for infrastructure, because that is totally necessary, right, Ange? I mean, there is no way that people are going to continue to buy full-on EVs if they don't think that they can actually get them charged and get them charged conveniently and quickly.
Thanks so much for your Trader Talk today, Michelle.
Thank you so much, Anne.